Unit 2, Education and Life. Lesson 1, Why Education?
Education gives us knowledge and a set of abilities to function meaningfully in life, such as the ability to decide things rationally and make the right choices. As we learn how to read, write, and do the basic operations of arithmetic, we gain a degree of self-confidence. We learn to think for ourselves and articulate our thoughts. We pick up skills to communicate with others and manage our affairs well. Education helps us think independently and make our own opinions. As we know more about the world, we appreciate the good things it offers us but also become critical of the deviations from the values it imparts and the rise of hatred or conflict that follows. The first thing education does is to give us an awareness about ourselves, which leads to the development of our personality. As we begin school, we feel the need to belong to the class and make friends. We then expand our sense of belonging to include the school at large, our community, and finally our country. Education thus prepares every child to become an active member of the community and work for its welfare. Education, it is believed, releases our potentials and our inner strengths. It sharpens our intellect and develops our creativity. As we are taught to reason well and find solutions to the problems of life, we become productive members of society. Education, by definition, is progressive and liberal, teaching us to respect human diversity and cultural and religious differences. If all of us practice these values in life, the world becomes a much happier place. Education also fosters critical thinking and provides us a set of competences, including life skills that enable us to become competitive even in the most challenging of circumstances. Education also teaches us to appreciate beauty and the bounties of nature. School, however, is not the only place where a child gets education. A Bangla poem tells us that nature can be our best teacher. Here are a couple of lines from the poem in English translation. The sky has taught me to be liberal. The wind has given me the motto to be industrious. If we can make nature our friend, philosopher and guide, we can learn lessons about life that, combined with what our schools teach us, will prepare us for the future. Education and values. Education not only enriches us with knowledge, abilities, and skills, it also teaches us values. Values can be individual, interpersonal, organizational, or societal. Thus, students receiving good education develop self-respect, but also learn to respect others. They know the importance of honesty and learn to trust others. They develop compassion and fellow feeling and become aware of the need to protect the environment. If students combine the values they learn at home with those that the school gives them, they will not deviate from the right path unless they fall into bad company. The famous French writer Victor Hugo, 1802 to 1895, once said, "He who opens a school door, closes a prison." Below are a couple of stories about values that we must cherish. Read the stories and find out why these values are important in our lives. Do you think you also possess these values? If so, where did you learn them? Story 1: The Starfish Story. An old man walked along the beach until he came across a young boy throwing something into the breaking waves. Upon closer inspection, the old man could see that the boy was tossing stranded starfish from the sandy beach back into the ocean. "What are you doing, young man?" he asked. "If the starfish are still on the beach when the sun rises, they will die, so I am throwing them into the water," the boy answered. "This is ridiculous. There are 100 miles of beach and thousands of starfish. It doesn't matter how many you throw in, you can't make a difference." "It matters to this one," the boy said. As he threw another starfish into the waves, he told the old man, "And it matters to this one too." Story 2: Finding Happiness. Once a group of 50 people were attending a seminar. At one stage, the speaker decided to do a group activity to illustrate a point he was making. He gave a balloon to each attendee. Each one was asked to write his/her name on it using a marker pen. He then collected all the balloons and put them in another room. He then took all the attendees to the room and asked them to find the balloon with their name within 5 minutes. Everyone frantically searched for the balloon with their name, colliding with each other, pushing around others, and there was utter chaos. At the end of 5 minutes, no one could find their own balloon. Now the speaker asked each one to randomly collect a balloon and give it to the person whose name was written on it. Within minutes, everyone had their own balloon. The speaker then began, "This is happening in our lives. Everyone is frantically looking for happiness, not knowing where it is. Our happiness lies in the happiness of other people. Give them their happiness, you will get your own happiness. And this is the purpose of human life, the pursuit of happiness."